Hello everyone, my name is Roya, and this is my TBR for both TBR Takedown and Genrethon. I wasn't originally going to do both of these, I was just going to do Genrethon because I'd been hoping that someone would come up with a readathon about different genres. So now that someone has, I've got to do it, right? But then also, I've never done TBR Takedown before, but this round is only 3 days long, and the last day is actually the first day of Genrethon. And the challenges seemed really good for some of the books that I am planning to get through. So basically, since this month is Read Self-Published, I tried to find as many self-published books as possible to fit these readathon challenges. But it didn't quite work out that way. So what I'm going to do actually is read self-published books for all of the TBR Takedown challenges, and then since most of the self-published books I have, they're all pretty much on my e-reader, and most of them are fantasy anyway, so that doesn't really help me in Genrethon. I thought that maybe I could use Genrethon to get through some of the other books that I really do need to get through this month, even though they're not self-published. So anyway, I'm going to get started with the TBR Takedown challenges. So TBR Takedown goes from the 8th to the 10th of April, and the first challenge is catch up on a series. And for this, I'm gonna finish the Angel Fall series. So by the time this video goes up, I should have already read the first one, at least, if not gotten partway through this one. For TBR Takedown, I'm going to finish this series. So I have 2 books for the rest of the 3 TBR Takedown challenges. One is to read the book that you've had the longest, or for over a year. So I am going to read Sky City, The Rise of an Orphan by R.D. Hale, because I have had that on my e-reader for over a year, actually over 2 years, because it was the last book that I got on my e-reader before it broke, and I had to get a new one, and I didn't get a new one for almost 2 years, but now I have one, so I can read it. Now, the next 2 challenges for TBR Takedown are to read a standalone and to read a book from your latest haul. So the last ebook that I got is a self-published one, and it is a standalone. It's the only standalone self-published book that I could find, I think. And it is Barbara's War by Fenella J. Miller. And I think it's about a girl who, I think, disguises herself as a boy and goes to war in World War II or something. So that's what I'm going to read for TBR Takedown. Now, on to the Genrethon books. Texas in Space by Anne McCaffrey. This is a sci-fi book that I'm already 1/4 of the way into, and putting it down for the whole month of April just because it's not a self-published book doesn't really make sense to do, so I'm going to read it for Genrethon. And finally, The Yellow Admiral by Patrick O'Brien, and this is a historical fiction book. I actually got this out of the TBR Pokeball for my challenge last month, and then once it got towards the end of the month, I thought, you know what, even though it's really short, I don't want to get to that one this month, I want to save it for Genrethon instead. So anyway, let me know what you are reading for those readathons if you're participating, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!